Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mind the Gap. Yeah, we're in Antarctica. So, I mean, like, what else am I supposed to say? We're in Antarctica. It's cool as shit. And excuse my language, but like, I'm in Antarctica. Anyways, you can see I'm in like a dry suit and all fancy getup. We're going kayaking, and I've been kayaking all trip instead of doing the landings. I mean, I do the landings too, but kayaking has been the group that I've been in because, you know, kayaking is fun. So I've been ocean kayaking in Antarctica. Like, how freaking cool is that? Anyways, welcome back to the vlog. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll get right into this video.
Go like this, come towards me fast, and like that, just hold the position.
What's happening?
I'm coming closer.
Somebody's taking a picture?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. That's awesome. Thank you, Sean.
All right, bye guys.
I won't call you salty anymore.
That kid is so relaxed on the water. It's his thing. Uh-huh.
My apologies, I know some of you have been waiting some time. We've had an opportunity to get some of our team on shore here at Orne Harbor and do the hike up to the ridge where the chinstrap colony is. At this point, it's very challenging underfoot. It's quite icy, slippery in spots, and was not mentioned at the recap last night, but at the top of the ridge near the chinstrap colony, it is a place where we have a few crevasses. So we really need to be able to establish a safe perimeter and safe walking area at the top of the hill, which we're unable to do at this moment. So we are going to skip the hike up to the ridge, and we're going to get everybody out in the Zodiacs, starting with disembarkation in about 5 minutes for the first group. You'll be out in the boat for about an hour and 45 minutes, which will include approximately 15 minutes during your cruise where we will get you ashore on the continent, so you can have a little walk around at the landing site itself and say that you set foot on the continent, and then continue cruising on your way. So a little bit of a change of plans this morning. We're having to fly by the seat of our pants a little bit and adjust, but we'll start with disembarkation momentarily for an Zodiac cruise with a short landing on the continent. Thanks very much for your patience, everyone.
first. So we're going to get you out onto the continent so you can say you set foot on it. Anybody seventh continent? Congratulations. Congratulations even if it's your third continent. All right. What we'll do is we'll just offload on this side. It is a little bit challenging. We'll have some staff to help you. We're just going to slide up as far as we can, swing your legs over. We have our Antarctic flag if you want a photo opportunity with that. Feel free. You're going to leave your life jackets on for this one, all right? You're not going to go too far. Otherwise, enjoy. We'll get you back in with Marla shortly.
I am on the continent. Woo!
That's pretty slippery there. Yeah.
Very slippery.
Oh God. Amazing. Yeah.
We've made it.
Set foot on the seventh continent. There we go. That's the flag, and we're good.
I know I can go.
We're done. Your name is like, sorry. Yeah. Oh, here.
Oh, God. We get ready, go back. This was awesome. I'm sorry Ethan is not here with us. He's kayaking. So he's been kayaking, but he's going to come here with the kayak group later on and step foot on the main continent. The other day we stepped on the continent, but it was an island off the continent, which is connected, which is basically part of the continent. But, you know, it's that mental thing. You have to step foot. The sun is up. Pam was up last night. Sun went down probably about 11:30. But I mean, when the sun goes down here, it's still light outside. I mean, it looks like it's overcast a little bit, and it's like that for like 2.5 hours to 3 hours, and then before you know it, the clouds are pink again and the sun is popping right back up, because on this part of the world the sun is circumpolar, so it circles the pole, it becomes a circumpolar star, so it never really sets at this time of year. I think it's for like 3 or 4 months, something like that. That's what happens in the poles. But you could be up at midnight and it's still light outside, which is amazing. But this is exciting. So we'll wait here for the Zodiac to come back up, and it's coming back up now. And then we'll go and do a cruise.
3 hours, 2 nights in a row.
So hopefully on this cruise, the next excursion tomorrow or something, maybe we'll set foot on the continent at some other point when we can actually climb up. We couldn't climb up today because it's kind of slippery. If you see the path that they laid today, you know, it's kind of dangerous, and there's some crevasses up there, but mainly because it's kind of slippery because this snow is hard. So we couldn't go all the way up. So
But I need your help going down.
so we're gonna make our way down, get back on the Zodiac, and then we're gonna do a cruise. They have the poles ready and everything for us to climb, but it's just not happening today.
You can tell too, just here.
Yeah,
She was saying, Francois was saying it gets icier as you go up.
it gets icier, yeah, because the sun up there is more. Pass you over.
Well done.
Still that real strong guy in you.
Well done.
Yeah, the good question. Sam's asking about the red on the rocks, and there's many different species of lichen on the rocks. Yeah, and as we get closer and closer, and sometimes depending where we end up on shore, you might see it up close and personal too, but the lichen is forming various shades of yellow and green and red and sometimes gray. Sometimes it's crustose, as in it's really flat, almost like it's painted on the rocks. Sometimes it can grow many centimeters, but it might take over 100 years to get many centimeters worth
Wow.
of growth on a lichen. So very, very slow growing. And in a way, it's kind of the precursor to, think of like any of the densest forest, you know, anywhere in the world, you know?
Yeah.
And lichen and mosses, these are the precursors to being able to have soil and eventually trees, right? And larger vegetation. So this is kind of the leeward side of this.
Hey, penguin up there.
Yeah, he's carrying the stone. He's got a stone in his
There's a couple more nesting here too. But the lichen is a combo of a fungus and an algae. So good colony here of mix of chinstrap penguins and Antarctic shags. Real good looks at their nests here. And this would be a good highway here where they're coming and going for the interior side here. When we get out around the open ocean side, there's even more comings and goings, right? The supermarket, easy access around the outside. Yeah, lots of gentoos here too even. Look at that cute guy. Alright, do we have everybody? Alright, 2 minutes of your time. Alright, then we're turning, so the light's gonna change. Okay, is anybody else coming? Hurry. More coming? No dessert for the late one.
Come on, move it! Yeah, don't stand.
Monkey legs.
No, you can't.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Quick.
Hurry.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
We'll take one more. She's like,
Oh,
come on, she made it.
Always one. Okay, no dessert for her. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And again. 2 minutes is hard, I know. Go away. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you.
It's another expedition ship. You can see it right here.
They were coming to hike the glacier.
We're moving. It's almost time for lunch. I think this afternoon we're gonna have an Antarctic barbecue up on the deck of the bridge there. We're gonna have a barbecue, so that should be nice and interesting. But yeah. Hello. Ice cream. Cake. What's that, Cracker?
We should eat dessert first because we could die. You never know. Life is short. Eat dessert
Eat
first.
dessert first.
You don't know
I
what's
like
gonna
that.
happen, so
I need to put that on a shirt. I like that.
Like, I don't know what's in that one, but it's smells amazing.
Really good.
What, that thing right there?
Yeah.
Probably like bread pudding.
Oh, it's like it's wafting
What's in that? Apple crumble.
Oh, that's so good.
Hold my spot.
It's a polar barbecue. This is terrible. This is like the greatest hits from the early 2000s. From the early 2000s. Oh, I want some of that. Some of that crispiness. All right. Thank you.
Put on this stuff. What do you put on bratwurst?
Bratwurst supposed to have sauerkraut, but they don't have sauerkraut, so you can put mustard and onion. They've got fried onion up there.
All right, I'll be back.
While you're all here and while they are all here, we could just give them a round of applause to the chef.
Yay! Yay! For those of you who have never seen one before, this is what a polar barbecue looks like. Ashanti, let's see yours. Let's see yours.
I don't have any moves. I'm totally white when it comes to dancing. Okay, go.